What's up, everybody? It is a Blue Drake, and I wanted to talk today about a project that I've been following for a while that is starting to impress me more and more. And one of the coolest things about this project is their entire development process is on display on their YouTube channel. They've been making probably some of the best development blogs that I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've been having an absolute blast following their development. And if you want to go check it out, I highly suggest that you should click the link down below, go subscribe to their YouTube channel, and just come along with this journey that I've been keeping up with them on the development of what is looking to be probably one of the best tactical shooters to come out in the, well, I mean, I guess whenever it comes out, this year, next year, whenever it's done. Welcome to 83. Now, maybe you've heard of this game, maybe you haven't. If you haven't, let me give you some backstory. This is actually the same development studio that created the Rising Storm series with Tripwire. However, they have split off from Tripwire. So this is the same development studio, but no longer with Tripwire anymore. They're going it their own way, and this is the game that they're creating. It is a Cold War game, which there's been a couple of other Cold War projects that have come out, but nothing of this level of just detail and polish. It looks absolutely incredible, and I want to tell you some of the reasons why I'm really excited about this project. First off, I was a big fan of Rising Storm and the Rising Storm series. I think the coolest thing about this game and the coolest thing about this series that I think they've really honed in on that nobody else really has is it's a highly realistic game, but it's also a very accessible game. In fact, I would say this is probably one of the most accessible and the most playable realistic shooters I've ever played. You've got games like Call of Duty and it's casual and everything, but it doesn't have all of the realism features that more hardcore tactical shooters have. The cool thing about this is that it actually does have all of those big, realistic, hardcore features that you'd expect from something like Squad or Hell Let Loose, but it plays in a way that is way more casual, so you can just jump into a match and have a good time without having to spend, like forever going through, tutorials or learning how to work with a squad. It's just a fun game that you can jump in and blow stuff up without having to spend a whole bunch of effort, but still having all of those realism features that you really enjoy. I think Rising Storm 2 nailed that, and from what I'm seeing on their development blogs, it's like they're taking that exact same mentality and they're dialing it up to 11. If you go and watch their development blogs, the amount of detail that they're putting into the sound effects, into the weapons, into the weapon handling, into everything from the recoil to even destructible environments, in addition to vehicles and all sorts of different maps that you can play in, all sorts of different types of environments. I mean, you're going to be fighting in underground bunkers, you're going to be fighting in villages and forests, everything from snow to more temperate areas. You're going to be having RPGs and machine guns. This looks really good. I mean, there's a lot of different types of projects that I like to follow, and I think, in my opinion, there's kind of two different types of projects that I'm interested in. There are projects that I think serve more of a utilitarian aspect. So for instance, even my own project, Operation Harsh Doorstop, is it going to be the prettiest, most amazing game in the world? No, but it's going to be completely free, and we're kind of building it to fill a spot in the industry that I think needs to be filled. But then when you compare that to a game like this is a game that I think is worth $40. This is a game that is a work of art. And I think there's a lot of games out there, and this is kind of where a lot of my frustration comes from. There's a lot of games out there that get released that honestly should be free games. Like, they're not works of art. They're not good. They don't have that level of detail. They're just not worth it, especially now in this modern era where we're in a whole new era of game development, and you really got to up the ante in order to really get those big price tags, or at least justify those big price tags. These guys are one of the few studios that I think are creating an experience that is worth the money. This is a level of just artistic detail and attention to detail that you can only achieve with a large team of incredibly specialized and incredibly enthusiastic and experienced developers, and it's showing in all of the stuff that they're doing. It's really impressive, and I think if you guys are really interested in following just high quality development teams that are showing off every single detail of how they're making the game, man, dude, these guys are it. So again, click the link down below, go check out 83. I think it's absolutely worth your time. When it comes out, I have a feeling it's going to be absolutely worth your money. Of course, I mean, we're not going to actually know until it comes out, but these guys have got a track record. And as you know, I follow developers with track record. That's how I operate. I'm not going to just sit here and look at a couple of screenshots and be like, oh, that game's good, or oh, that game's bad. Like, I'm going to look into who's making it. I'm going to see what their experience is. I'm going to see what their background is. I'm going to see what their level of enthusiasm is, and every single thing that I think I know would need to be there in order for a game to be amazing is here for this game. It was the same process with Hell Let Loose. I remember looking into Hell Let Loose and being like, wow, all the ingredients are here. Like, they've got a good publisher, they've got a good team, they've got a good community, they've got a good track record, they've got everything. They've got all the ingredients, and Hell Let Loose turned out to be one of the best tactical shooters on Steam. I'm telling you, this is something, this is another one. This is something else. Now, what it's gonna do long term, I have no idea. We're gonna have to see where they go with their franchise. Is this just gonna be another entry and they're gonna make, you know, another game after this, or is this gonna be kind of like a big one for them and this is just gonna be like a big spin-off and it's gonna have a super long life cycle? I don't really know. I think there's still a lot of things that are up in the air, even for me, as I look at this game, where it's like, hey, this could still go in a lot of ways, but one way that I think at this point that it's gonna be a quality game, and it's probably going to be one of the most quality tactical shooters that money can buy here soon. So go check it out. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more projects like this, make sure you stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.